Blog Talk Radio.
Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. It's summer party. Grown and sexy, throwing a party. Good summer party. Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed.
Welcome to another Friday night at the Pajama Party. I was getting my munch on. I got a little something in my mouth. Excuse me.
I bet.
I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine. Oh, okay. That was Redwine, by the way.
Bonsoir, bonsoir.
Yeah, bonsoir, bipolar, whatever you want to call it. We have a host of things we're going to go over tonight. Ketel, you going to give us a rundown on what's happening?
Sure thing. We got hot topics going on as usual. Excuse me, I had something in my mouth too. Sounds like a conspiracy to me. Conspiracy? Yeah, conspiracy. My bad. Bikers gone wacko in Waco. Murder in Washington, D.C., unfortunately. Baltimore cops indicted. Of course, I hit it and quit it headline. Janice Dickinson goes after Bill Cosby again. London jewelry heist. Girl Scouts of America opening their doors. Sounds interesting. Virginia state candidate in the news. Aaron Hernandez in trouble while in jail. Airline hackers get paid to hack. China's richest man loses big money quick. CVS buys Omnicare. Takata recalls airbags. Also, what's popping with Poppa DD? He's going to talk about Tom Brady and the Ray Rice situation. Of course, our weird news, is beer the secret to long life. Fake campaign email and free the nipple campaign. Free the nipple! I don't know. Papa might like that one. He's smiling out here. Of course, I'm just saying with Redwine, who really got shamed. Living for the city with Poppa DD. My Hollywood wrap-up. I'm going to talk about Letterman and Raven Simone and a few other people. I got celebrity birthdays. We got cocktail of the week, kiss it list, and also the last word. So sit back, relax with your favorite cocktail. You want to give us a call tonight at 914-803-4306. And press 1. And if you want to talk to us, we'll put you in the queue with the 1. If you want to just listen, that's up to you. But Papa, he got brown liquor. Redwine got red wine, and I got some triple X stuff. I don't know.
Granny.
What was that you said was in your throat? So sit back and relax. We're going to take a little CC break, and we're going to be right back with Hot Topics.
You're listening to the Pajama Party Late Night Adult Talk Show. We've added a new segment to the show called the Kiss It List. Every week, we put people on this list who have done dumb stuff or have been irritating or just gotten on our or your nerves. So we call them out and put them on the Kiss It list, and we tell you why. If you have somebody you want to add to our Kiss It list, hit us on Twitter at @PajamaParty and use hashtag KissIt, and we'll add them to the list. If you prefer to email your contenders, send them to info@apajamaparty.com. We'll call them out every Friday night at the end of the show, so get those names in. Now, let's get back to the Pajama Party Crew and more of the show. DJ, would you mind turning it up a notch? Oh, how rude. Oh, you're on the Kiss It list.
Yeah, we're back at the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir. Here we go. Hot topics. Let's hit it. I got the bikers gone wacko in Waco. Wow. I'm sure everybody heard about it down in Waco. I'm going to say wacko. Down in Waco, Texas. Law enforcement officials are investigating what they say right now are new threats coming from different biker gangs in wake of the recent shootout down in Waco. Members of the Bandidos biker gang, who are in the military, are supplying gangs with grenades and C4 explosives. That's according to a bulletin that was issued on Thursday by the Texas Department of Public Safety. So that just goes to show you how that situation has gotten completely out of hand. Now, this bulletin was warning about plots targeting high-ranking law officials and their families with car bombs and all kind of crazy stuff. And this had to do with the Bandidos is one gang, and the other gang is called the Black Widows. These are motorcycle gangs. And they're basically saying that they want to retaliate against the police for their quote-unquote brothers that were shot in the stuff that happened during the week when all of that stuff broke out. So what happened was on Sunday, there was 9 bikers that got killed in a shootout down at Twin Peaks restaurant in Waco. And of some of the bikers that were dead, they're saying that some of those bikers were killed by police bullets. So that's why there's this retaliation now against the police. Now, one of the weird things about that is that they found more than 300 weapons left behind in the wake of all of this fighting that went on in this gunfight. Some of the bikers, they said, might have stashed stuff like in all kind of places in the restaurant, right. They had about 170 suspects in custody, and they were, trying to get all the information they could from the people who were willing to talk. The people that are being held the bail has been set at $1 million per person. So far, only one person has made bail, and that was a 40-year-old man by the name of Jeff Batley. So the way it all started, they're saying that it appeared to be somebody's foot got rolled over. The waitress said it appeared to start out as a simple fist fight, and then it escalated from there. There was some yelling and screaming. Next thing you know, there was a gun that went off, but the whole fighting and the ruckus didn't stop there. Then it moved outside from the restaurant, including, in the restaurant, there was fighting in the bathroom, the dining area, and around the bar. And the assailants used all kind of weapons. They found brass knuckles, guns, knives, chains. I mean, it was crazy. So when the police responded, some of the bikers turned their weapons onto the police. And some of the workers in the Twin Peaks restaurant said they hid in the walk-in refrigerator for about 10 to 15 minutes just trying to make sure they didn't get shot. Wow. So can you imagine hiding out in one of those big walk-in refrigerators, freezing for 10 to 15 minutes? It was like either choose freezing or choose risking your life out there where all the bullets were flying. So the restaurant security camera showed footage of, what really happened, and police have been reviewing all of that. And so far, they've recovered at least 1,000 weapons just from the restaurant. And they're saying that right now the count has reached 318 weapons that include more than 100 handguns and more than 100 knives. Wow. And of the 9 men that were killed in the shootout, their ages ranged from 27 to 65. Now, the thing that got me about this story is, as you heard it reported during the week, there were those on various news mediums that were comparing the situation to Baltimore and to Ferguson. Now, I'm trying to understand, first of all, how do you even make a comparison? We're talking about people that were fighting against each other. They weren't fighting originally. They weren't fighting the police. Right. It wasn't anything to do with a police shooting or arresting anybody. They were down there just fighting each other, and then the police stepped in, and that's when the thing escalated, and now the gangs are mad at the police. So how are people trying to compare this to what happened in Baltimore and what happened in Ferguson? They're talking about the level of violence. Right. But see, here's my point. Nobody in all of the protest or riot, whatever you want to call it, in Ferguson or in Baltimore, nobody killed anybody that was part of the group of people who were protesting. Right. There was no murder. These people, so far there were 9 people killed. I guess they're looking at the level of violence, but still the level of violence, it's just crazy. It doesn't make any sense. Why?
I don't see
How
there's
do
a
they compare
comparison.
that? Yeah, I don't understand.
Well, in my opinion, there is no comparison. You know, because what happened between Baltimore and Ferguson, those people that were murdered at the hands of the police.
Right.
And unless they're talking about once the police came in and some of the bikers were killed, some of which they said might have been bullets from the police. But even still, I don't see how they're going to compare that. So that's what's happening down there.
What is the wasn't there some kind of bond or something? What was the bond on each person?
I believe they said it was $1 million bond.
Wow.
And on each person that they've arrested, and so far only one person made bond.
That's a lot of money.
So I guess that band of brotherhood only goes but so far when it comes down to money.
Well now. But you know, they did mention something about that the cops, they had to worry about themselves also because, you know, they said if the cops come up in there that they, you know, were going to kill them. So they were jeopardizing their lives too. I did hear that. I mean, that's just crazy.
Well, if they've got a notice out now telling the cops, you better watch yourself.
Right.
They're talking about C4 and grenades and all this stuff and car bombing some of the cops and their families. I mean, that, to me, right there, if there was a comparison between anything that's happened in any other city, the comparison should have stopped at that point.
Right, that's true. Okay. Our next hot topic, we got murder in D.C. I know everybody has heard the news. It's been plastered all over the news headlines. It said just over a week after a prominent Washington couple, their son and a housekeeper were found bound and dead in a charred mansion. The man authorities believe killed them. Suspect Darren Dylan Went was arrested after federal authorities tracked him in New York and back to D.C. It said about 20 task force vehicles and helicopters took up the pursuit. In addition to Went, Washington police arrested 3 males and 2 females who were in the car and the truck. So they had a car and a truck. I don't know if he was going to pick up his belongings and move on or what. It goes on to say the mystery began to unfold last week as firefighters responded to a report of a fire at a Washington mansion not far from the home of Vice President Joe Biden. Inside were the bodies of Savas Savapoulos, the CEO and president of American Iron Works, his wife Amy, their 10-year-old son Philip, and the family's housekeeper. They have 2 other children, but they were in boarding school, 2 other daughters. So thank God that they were there. It also goes on to say the victim showed signs of blunt force trauma. The victims were bound with duct tape, and the little boy Philip had been stabbed and tortured, they said. So this is how they caught him. It says the case got a big break when investigators identified Went through his DNA on a crust of pizza. Domino's delivered 2 pizzas to the house, and the cash was left in an envelope on the front porch. It also goes on to say while the motive for the killings has not been divulged, investigators are considering that money may have been a prime factor. Because I believe total the amount of money that the guy got was $40,000, but they only found $10,000 on the Mr. Went.
So where's the other $30,000?
That's a good question. Also, the 34-year-old Went has previous criminal history, multiple charges, including theft, assault, sexual offense. He has a couple of convictions in New York City also. So maybe that's why he went to New York City first and then came back. So they also had a second housekeeper. She also received a suspicious text message from Amy, which is the wife, just hours before the fire began, telling her to stay home. The day before, the housekeeper had received a voicemail from the husband telling her not to come to the following day because his wife was sick. So I guess the other housekeeper, I guess her life was saved because of those text messages.
Yeah, that kept her away from there.
Yeah. So what you think on that, Papa? What's your opinion on this?
I tell you, it's a rough situation.
Yeah, it's
being the fact that it was an African American that set things back 100 years. This is what people want justice. You know, they're marching for justice and everything, and this guy over here holding people hostage and stuff like that, and getting pizza and stuff like that. It kind of reminds you of a limousine driver is always told to fill up the limousine before you pick up the customer. So I think they should have got some damn food to eat before they went and did that robbery. You know, you just supposed to sit around and now let's order pizza. Where'd that come from?
Sound like they had idle time.
I mean, was that in your great scheme of things? All of a sudden, you're gonna order pizza. Right. I mean, you can't leave. No, you got on. I don't know. Would you took your gloves off to eat the pizza, or what? You know, that was ludicrous.
Well, I guess they said it was blunt force trauma involved, so that means they were beating people and duct taping folks to chairs and whatnot. So I guess I don't know. Maybe that's what made them. I can't imagine that would make you hungry. Maybe all that exerting all that energy, they felt like, okay, now I need something to eat. I don't know. That whole thing.
I'm with Ron. You know, if you're gonna do something, you need to be ready and prepared. I'm sorry. You just gotta be prepared. I agree with that, with Papa. It just doesn't make any sense. You gotta be prepared when you get there. Like you said, gas up the limo. Mm-hmm. Get your AWS something to eat before you get there.
Yeah, that was just crazy.
That just doesn't make any sense. Mm-hmm. So, or bring your own stuff. How about that?
Well, these people were rich. There wasn't no food in the refrigerator.
Well, probably some food they didn't like.
Well, somebody must have moved that Porsche, because I believe they said it wasn't a blue Porsche.
Right.
Somebody, I forgot who it was, said that it looked suspicious that the blue Porsche was parked on the street.
Well, the guy went. I believe
they took the car. They took it. They found it burnt out in
New Carrollton.
Yeah, so they had transportation. They could have gone and gotten anything. Go to a drive-through or something. I don't know. The whole thing is crazy.
I know. It just, like I said, I think they just had idle time and they were just sitting there like, okay, let's order a pizza. You know, I'm tired of sitting here. Or I need something to eat, so we're gonna order out. I mean, don't you think that the pizza man is not going to remember X, Y, Z? Or
well, they put the money for the pizza man on the porch.
That's unusual already.
Right.
You know.
I mean, who does that?
Yeah.
Normally when you order pizza, you open the door and handle the transaction.
Right.
Apparently, they just said, hey, leave it on the porch. Here's the money.
I bet you he left a good tip.
Probably so. So he would just not ask questions.
Right. One of
those pizzas and get your money.
One of those $100 bills he had in that $40,000. What you think, Papa?
Mm-hmm.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, unbelievable. Well, what you got over there, Papa?
Oh, we got the indictment of the Baltimore police officers. I mean, this Miss Moby, is that how you pronounce her name?
Mosby?
Mosby.
Mm-hmm.
The district attorney there in the area, she's just putting it down completely. Mm-hmm. The grand jury indicted all 6 officers charged in the April death of Freddie Gray. Mm-hmm. The city's top prosecutor announced Thursday that the officers they all remain free on bail. There'll be a arraigned on July 2nd. And the state attorney, Marilyn Mosey, she had a news conference the other day, and she brought up all this, bringing new charges, saying that 1 week after he suffered a spinal injury. I mean, they're obviously concerned about this particular situation because this guy got an injury completely as a result of his arrest. Mm-hmm. And I think they're not letting up on that at all. And you have to commend her for being so strong on what she's doing. I mean, she's really turned the table from every other city, and there's a lot of cities that was involved in stuff. New York, Ferguson, Trayvon Martin, as far as stuff going on where people were either not indicted or set free or acquitted. And this state attorney, she's putting it down, but she's doing what needs to be done around the world. And people think that what she's doing is so unusual when what she's doing is really normal. She's just putting it down. She's just calling it what it is, and she's trying to bring justice to the whole situation because somebody has to speak for Mr. Gray. Mm-hmm. I think she's being the voice for it right now. Mm-hmm. So we commend her on her pursuing things. Everybody's innocent until proven guilty. So the officers will definitely have their opportunity in court with their lawyers to rebuttal their charges and go to court and see what's up with that. But there's a process. There's a process that's done by the people. Like we spoke on earlier, we cannot compare the situation with the Waco bikers to the Baltimore situation because this is totally different. I mean, it's just everything. Every incident has its own situations going on, and for the media, we have to watch the media and how they talk. I know that we're considered media in some respect, that we're reporting stories, but we try to give the inside track on things as opposed to just speaking on a whole. And the media will say, "Well, it kind of reminds you of Ferguson." Well, no, people wasn't shooting out in the street like that.
Why would they even go there?
Yeah, they went there because they always
why they took that there.
They want to pull blacks in the pool of everybody else. Everybody does their own thing.
I think they do things because they get people talking like we're talking now.
Well, I think that black folks is their best media tool. I think that if you want to sell newspapers, you can put a black man on the front of a newspaper. You ain't even got to say what he does. People just buy the newspaper so when they sit on the train, they can read, open up the paper, and say, what does this man do? He could have rescued 9 people from a burning building. Once you get to page 3 where the story is, but long as his face is on the front of that paper, people are going to just buy it. They're going to grab it. Oh, black man on the cover. Oh, let's get it. That's good reading. Like it's just so. But just to recap the story there, after the grand jury, all 6 cops was indicted, which means they'll be bailed over for trial, and they have to lawyer up even stronger now to justify their case. They all have individual charges and things of that nature, but I don't think there's no blue badge of honor right now. I think they're all separating from each other and trying to save their butts collectively and individually.
You think somebody gonna squeal, Pop?
I think they're all worrying about their own selves right now. You can have that badge of honor and all that unity and FOP and all that stuff, but once your ass get in a sling, boy, it's time to get your own ass out.
Man and woman.
You better believe it. 914-803. 4306 is the number you want to call and comment. And once you call us, you can press 1, and we'll put you in the queue. We'll see you register on the system here that you're in the queue, and we'll press the button to allow you to talk. So give us a call, 914-803-4306.
And press 1.
We're going to take a small break here, and we'll get back in a moment.
The Pajama Party Show is turning 1 year old. And we're celebrating by hosting the Party of the Summer. Saturday, June 20th at the White Mansion, 1410 Missouri Avenue Northwest, Washington, D.C. The party starts at 9 p.m. and we're partying until we get put out, because that's how we roll. Tickets are $20 in advance, $25 at the door. Includes a light buffet, champagne toast, door prizes, and a cash bar. The bartender will be mixing cocktails, and DJ Money will be mixing the music. So get your tickets in advance before they get all sold out. Call today for tickets. Call Ketel at 202-350-1670 or call Poppa DD at 516-316-9798 or reach Redwine at 202-350-1570. Tickets are also available on our website at www.apajamaparty.com. Get your tickets today and party with A Pajama Party Crew. Oh yeah, PJs are optional. We'll see you on June 20th at 9 p.m. For more info, go to www.apajamaparty.com.
Welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of the hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir.
All right, Redwine, what you got going on? We're going to go into our little hit it and quit it mode. What you got going on?
Hit it and quit it. Janice Dickinson. You know, remember her? This one of the allegedly first supermodels, right?
Well,
she's in the news again because now she is suing Bill Cosby this time for defamation.
You
She couldn't get him on the alleged rape charge or molestation or whatever it was. So now she's going after him for defamation. She claims that when she accused him of rape, that he allegedly, the rape that occurred back in the 80s, that he allegedly, he and his lawyer called her a liar. So now she's claiming that him calling her a liar hurt her professionally and personally. And since the statute of limitations expired on the rape claim, she's going after him for the recent defamation of character claim.
Wow.
So what y'all think about that?
Crazy.
He said, I couldn't get you on the rape because the statute of limitations expired, but since you called me a liar, I can go after you for defamation of character.
She's still drugging? What's her drug?
I don't know. Probably Botox. She's allegedly has been sober, but, you know, she got still doing all that Botox and plastic surgery.
Yeah, this woman's face, Janet Dickerson's face is tore up from the floor up. I mean, this lady, now I can't say much because she's going to fuck around and
get you for defamation.
Get me for defamation, but got to find my ass first. Anyway, her face is tore up from the floor up. She does all kind of Botox in her cheeks and her eyebrows and she just looks a mess.
Well, I saw her on a recent episode of Botched, that show about the plastic surgeon that fixed bad plastic surgery, and they had to fix her. She came in there because she had old breast implants that had ridges in them and that were doing their own thing.
Oh, Lord.
She had free-floating silicone all in her body, and they were trying to fix her up. So they did whatever they could to straighten her out, put some new implants in her breast. They tried to straighten her out, but they didn't do anything to her face.
It just sounds complicated.
Her
it sounds to me like she's trying to get Bill Cosby to pay for all that mess.
That might be it.
Out of you to get the Botox out of you.
But that's a good one.
You know, all this silicone and Botox and all this crazy. Are you kidding me?
That's probably why they kicked her off the model show, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. She was on Top Model with Tyra Banks for a while.
That's what I'm saying.
And then she was off of that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Anyway.
Well, anyway, across the pond, as they say, 8 men have been charged in connection with last month's jewelry heist that went on.
That was that big one.
Wow. How much did they get, Pop?
Well, they first of all, they scored about $310 million in jewelry.
Woo!
And if you saw the movie Dead Presidents,
that was a good one.
Dead Presidents is a story about everything that can go wrong, will go wrong. And the biggest problem here is they said that they have arrested 8 people. Now, as far as I'm concerned, that is too many people to have in a crime. Okay? If I'm going to sit down and plan on robbing a bank or something, I do not need 8 people.
Too many witnesses, huh?
It's just too many. It's just too much because you got to understand. Unless you guys been together for a while, like Ocean's 11 and things like that, where all of y'all got the plan, but they call 8 people randomly. And now once they get this money, just like Dead Presidents, one person's over here spending money. One guy thinking Dead Presidents was a preacher, you know, and the other guy was doing this, and it just imploded. The same way this situation here. You know, 8 people go back to their own collective lives. They give everybody. I mean, for $310 million, that's a lot of money to split between 8 people. And you got somebody who was he broke as a church mouse, and all of a sudden he's rolling dough all of a sudden. So, and they got caught up, and which could have been a perfect crime.
$310 million, that's still good money.
It's fantastic money, but you know everybody
gonna do the right thing.
Yeah, but now they got caught.
Usually in a crime, you got the brains of the outfit, then you have the help.
That's almost $40 million a piece, which ain't bad.
And some of those guys were kind of up in age. They were like up in their 60s or something. A couple of those guys, they were not spring chickens.
It was a smooth heist. They drilled in from a store or something next door to the place, and a clean getaway. You know, clean getaway.
Sounds like a movie.
So it does. So how did they get caught? The pizza again?
No, it was just just different, you know, investigating. You know, it was a lot of people involved.
Right.
And people giving tips on saying, well, you know, Larry next door to me, I didn't see the UPS truck there.
You can buy stuff on
UPS Federal Express and came by the house 8-9 times.
You leave a paper trail.
Delivering TVs and delivering everything. So, what are you going to do?
That's crazy. What you got over there, Redwine?
Oh, yeah, I got another one for you. The Girl Scouts of America.
What they doing?
Well, God bless them. That's all I can say is God bless them.
Uh-huh.
They announced this week that they are going to allow transgender girls to be members of the Girl Scouts.
Mm-hmm.
And they're saying that their position is not new and that they're committed to being inclusive.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, all your conservative groups are coming out of the woodwork opposing their position, but, hey, that's what the conservative people do.
Right.
And the placement of the transgender girls is going to be handled on a case-by-case basis with the welfare of the Girl Scout troop in mind. So they're saying that they'll do their best to provide a safe environment for all the girls who participate in Girl Scouts of America and that they welcome the girls everywhere, whether they're transgender or from an LGBT family or anywhere else they may be coming from.
Mm-hmm.
So what I don't understand is exactly how that's going to work.
Now, a transgender girl is really a boy that wants to be a girl.
That's my understanding. A girl who's living, a boy who's living as a girl. He's a boy who's
living, and he confesses the fact that his hormones are bubbling in the female direction. But what about the boys that's just faking it?
I guess they aren't considering that
gets the opportunity to be around all these girls or whatever. I mean, it's always a
I guess it's like a Bruce Jenner thing. Is that how it is?
Yeah.
But see, the difference is that he's an adult.
Mm-hmm. And
they're talking about, he's probably going to have surgery and whatnot to have gender, what's it called? Gender replacement or whatever it's called.
Rejuvenation.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm
when you have surgery to replace your to change your anatomy.
Ooh, gotcha.
A child in those cases, they don't change the physical anatomy.
Sounds painful.
Ouch. I don't know what it feels like to have something removed and something else in its place.
Well, I tell you what. Close your eyes and just imagine.
I don't want to do that. Don't want to do that.
Anyway.
I'm just thinking, I'm all for everybody being included and everything.
Right.
But when it comes down to things like that, when they have camps, like I was in Campfire Girl Camp a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, you had like the big cabins, log cabins, all the girls slept in bunks side by side. And they had big showers where you all go in.
Right.
The big shower room all together.
What are they going to do?
How are they going to handle that?
They don't know yet themselves.
Because underneath of the clothing and everything, those children are still boys.
They're boys. Who
are living as a girl. So I don't know if they plan to then separate anyone who's transgender. I don't know how they're going to
I'm just not understanding why is there a call for it now. It must be enrollment must be low or something's going on. Yeah.
Need some more people to sell them cookies.
That's what it is.
I don't know. Or maybe somebody who's in top ranks has a child who's transgender and decided, I want my child to be included, so we need to change the rules.
Yeah, anyway, give us a call, 914-803-4306, if you got a comment on this or any other subject you want to talk about.
Press one.
But this sounds like something needs to go to the drawing board and be kicked around a little bit.
Well, there was an announcement about the Boy Scouts, too. Didn't they say something about the Boy Scouts of America? They were they had allowed gay Scout masters recently, like a few months back or something, and now they're saying they're backing up on that.
Right.
And now it's an issue with the gay Scout masters. So
it's
like the Boy Scouts are saying, okay, we were inclusive, now we're backing off of that. The Girl Scouts are saying, well, now we're going to open the doors and be inclusive.
I don't understand. I guess they're going back and forth. But I have a story here. Interesting. 57-year-old Virginia Senate candidate Joe Morrissey and the 19-year-old mother of his newborn son told the media on Thursday they want to get married and have more children. Well, the problem with that is this was a day after Morrissey publicly confirmed he was the father of a 9-week-old with his former part-time receptionist. Morrissey is now running as an independent for Virginia State Senate. In December, Morrissey was convicted of contributing to the delinquency of a minor after being accused of having sex with his receptionist. Her name is Myrna Pride. She was only 17 at the time. He attended House of Delegates sessions on work release while serving 3 months of a 6-month jail sentence.
So he only served 3 months
of a 6-month sentence. Mm-hmm. So now she's 19, and the couple adamantly denied accusations that they were intimately involved when she was a minor. Members of his family issued the following statement. It's disgusting that these two continue to lie and defame our family. The plea agreement clearly states that he had a sexual relationship with Myrna prior to her turning 18. He continues to deny, disrespect, and make a mockery of the justice system, our family, and our little sister. The family is suing Morrissey for the turmoil he has created for their family.
But she's part of the turmoil, right?
She's part of the turmoil.
So if she's planning to marry him, is the family going to include her in the lawsuit that they claim they're suing to help?
That's a good question.
To help save her reputation?
I think they're just trying to save the family's reputation.
So I guess they're not so much worried about hers
right.
individually, but the Pride family.
Right. So
and her name is Pride. Okay.
So I don't know. It just sounds crazy.
But how was he allowed to still serve his position while he was incarcerated for those 3 months?
Yes, everything depends on the state.
It sounds like it depends on what you look like. I'm just
Which
saying.
Is Virginia, and Virginia has their laws that.
Yep, common law, right?
They run down. They dog some people, but then some people they're lenient to.
Because they're a common law state, so they can do as they choose, right?
Yeah. Well, Virginia's a commonwealth.
I mean,
they're
commonwealth,
not even really a state.
Mhm.
So maybe as being part of a commonwealth. I forgot who the other ones are. Massachusetts is a commonwealth.
But they do as they please. They make their own rules.
Apparently. Because I've never heard of anybody serving a political position while in jail. I don't get it.
Oh, yeah. They do it all the time. They do what they want to do.
Anyway.
Yeah. What you got over there, Papa?
Aaron Hernandez, who was the ex-New England Patriot that was recently convicted for murder of the gentleman. He got into in trouble in jail. He was a lookout for a fight going on. I mean, this man was designed to be in jail. He's where he's supposed to be. You know what I mean? Because he was a mess. You know, the whole football thing gave him fame, but deep down inside, he wasn't nothing but a thug. You know, and I use the word thug, and I ain't trying to get politically correct with the thug. Thug is a thug. I don't care what it is. Who says it? Call it what it is.
And we talked about
anyway, he's being a lookout for this fight going on in the prison, and somebody recognized him. And I mean, it's funny how you go to prison just that quick and get comfortable just that fast. Okay? Wow. It shows that brother's in the place where he's supposed to be, and he's where he is, and God bless him because he's where he is, and
folks in low places. Huh?
Yeah, he gets in there and he just so I've got no sympathy for him because.
Well, how long is he supposed to say he's gonna serve?
He's got life without parole. He's in.
Wow.
He's in there forever. He's done.
Wow. He killed a man.
He's done. So, but to be, according to a brawl, being a lookout for a situation, I mean, you're just getting right comfortable with things already, and that's.
That's not good.
More power to you, brother. You're in there now, so make the best of it. I see you know your way around. So, what are you going to do? And we also got this story here of this gentleman was on TV. It's sort of a two-part story. The first story is the gentleman claimed that he was able to hack an airplane in flight through his computer, and then a couple pilots are saying, give me a break with the crap, okay? And this guy has a long beard down to his, and he's walking with his little T-shirt on. His 3 sizes too small. It makes it look like he got on like muscles or something, but he's got on his son's T-shirt is what he has. He ain't got no muscles. He's just got a T-shirt on 2 sizes too small. And he's got this long gray beard. And he claims that he was actually controlling the airplane from his computer. He's such a good hacker. And the pilots are saying bullshit.
You mean like in flight?
In flight. He claimed that he lowered the altitude of a plane from his computer.
Wow.
You mentioned something about
and people are saying, "Are you kidding me?"
Fan or something went off.
He claimed he had control of the plane and all this crap, So now,
what a bunch of crap.
Yeah, it's a bunch of crap for real. And now you got United Airlines will reward hackers with up to $1 million frequent flight hours if they can. Hack the plane or however they got a situation going with this. They're They want to get on it. Advertisement is all it is, you know.
That's true. I agree.
He basically planted the seed on advertisement, and everybody's jumping on it. You know, I mean, the airlines. Now let's go back to the airlines for a minute on how in the beginning they were broke. We can't afford the gas. We can't afford this. We can't afford that. Yada yada yada. Now airlines and banks aren't hurting for no money. Okay, no money, especially the ones that charge you for bags.
They crooks.
You know, so I suggest to fly. I suggest you fly the Negro airline, Southwest.
Is that what it is, Papa?
Southwest is the from the movie with Kevin Hart. You know.
Soul Plane.
Soul Plane. So if you're gonna fly Soul Plane, which is AKA Southwest Airlines, where bags are free, and most of the employees are Negroes. So therefore, you know, it's a interesting flight and. But when you get charged for your bags, and they make no bones about it. I mean, you could put some bags on that counter, and them people will say $1.50 like it's nothing.
Yeah.
You got 2 bags.
You can get a seat on some airlines for that money that they charge you just to take your bags.
You put your bags on the counter, and they'll say $149 for your bags, and you're going to pay it, or that bag ain't going nowhere near that plane. And you pay that right there in the airport before you even do anything.
That's why folks need to learn how to pack light. Put your stuff in a carry-on, and whatever won't fit, you don't need to take it. Either buy it when you get there.
Well, you ladies can do that, but see, as a
on.
man, when you have a size 11 or 12 shoe,
buy them when you get there.
And okay. And you're packing 3 pairs of shoes.
Buy them when you get there. Trying to tell you. It's either that or you pay that $140 or whatever for those bags.
Well, 3 pairs of shoes is 36 inches you need in your suitcase just for your shoes alone.
Wait a minute, what you say about 36 inches?
I ain't messing with y'all.
You know what, Redwine?
I ain't messing with y'all.
Anyway.
I ain't messing with y'all.
Anyway.
I heard 36 inches. It got my attention.
Yeah.
But look, this might help. This story here about the Lee Hejun, Chinese richest man.
Oh, somebody got some money.
He's the chairman of the solar panel firm, Hanergy. He lost 15, I'm getting ready to say billion in 1 hour.
$15 billion?
What was he doing?
Look, he got money. He probably can give you some money for what you need, Papa.
For your baggage?
The chairman of solar panel firm Hanergy lost $15 billion on Wednesday when shares in the company plummeted 47% in Hong Kong trading in about an hour. The company saw $18.6 billion wiped off its market value.
Wow.
So it says investors, regulators, and analysts have questioned Hanergy's rapid share rise and how the company was turning a profit for months, but they've used the company as an example of the risk of investing in emerging markets. So, you know, all of a sudden they went up almost 625%. Then all of a sudden you're going to drop down? Something doesn't sound right.
Something like some
that's you know, that world is kind of wicked. I mean, you got people nowadays going door to door trying to sell you some solar panels to put on your house. They're saying that once you put these on your house, after 5 years, it's going to take care of itself, and you can bank the energy and yada yada yada. And after a while, the electric company's going to be paying you. All that sounds like a pipe dream, really. It sounds like some type of you know, I don't want to use the term. Timeshare for all those out there.
Pyramid scheme.
All those out there who are timeshare owners. I don't want to use that term, but
what they said, the owner, the president, he wasn't present when this was going on in the company, the market. He was somewhere else. He was at some exhibit in Beijing instead.
Oh, he just happened to not be.
He said he failed to show up for his company's annual shareholder meeting on Wednesday, which began as the shares were plunging. A company spokesperson said that he was attending Hanergy's clean energy exhibit in Beijing.
Yeah, how convenient. Yeah, that sounds like some bush to me.
It sounds like some hanky-panky to me.
Oh, yeah. Well, speaking of hanky-panky, did y'all hear about CVS? Just bought, they're working on a deal. I'm not sure if it's final. But they're buying the pharmacy services provider called Omnicare for $10.1 billion with a B dollars. Billion. $10.1 billion.
I can't even say that word.
Yeah, this is CVS, not CBS, the broadcaster.
Now,
CVS, the pharmacy.
Just to reiterate this story here. Now, this is the same company that when the building was burning in Baltimore, the CVS, they were freaking out.
Oh, well, they burned the building in Baltimore. The CVS pharmacy is burning.
It's brand new.
It's burning.
Now, this same company got $10 billion to buy out another company. So you think they give a crap about a pharmacy in Baltimore, Maryland, where half of the pills in there was probably generic stuff anyway? You know, most of these black neighborhoods, they possess a bunch of generic. You can't even get a brand name pill that you're taking, you know? Your doctor tell you to go pick up some penicillin. They give you some gafotocazillin. As long as they got the name Zillin at the end of it, they give it to you. And most of the people in these poor neighborhoods are being they're just being refined to take these fake me out pills that's just massing inside your system. My opinion on that whole situation, if you can get a brand name pill for to soothe your medical issues, get a brand name. Try to not go for the generic brand if you can help it, if you can afford it.
But it's cheaper.
I'm not trying to spend your money, but when you go in the store and you see Sunny Delight and Tropicana, which one do you choose? I'm just saying.
Sunny Delight?
Yeah,
Depends on what's on sale.
Okay.
Now, let me tell you the truth. I don't like Sunny Delight because it's not real orange.
Straight Tropicana. I need to get my orange juice on. Straight up.
But aren't they going to purchase it for more than that 10? I think it's.
Well, right now they're saying the deal is about $10.1 billion.
Billion.
But see, the Omnicare's company, you know, we looked it up because that's what we do. And they have so many different other things going on with them.
Right.
They do long-term health care services, short-term care. They have a pharmaceutical company that has a whole nother name that does some kind of pharmaceutical services. So in all actuality,
CVS is not just buying that company, they're buying their patents. They're buying their licenses, and this is why it adds up to $10 billion. Everything, the subsidiaries, all the ideals, all the stuff. See, these little companies do all these like if you have a company that's made the Intel computer chip, that means that the laptop company needs you in order to provide their Intel and their processing. So now other people are trying to merge so they can get. You know, it's an interesting racket. So when you say they're buying this company called Omnicare was the bomb. If they can sell the company for $10 billion, believe me, Omnicare was doing well.
Oh, they clearly have something that CVS wants.
Of course, and now they've gone the gamut, and the owners of Omnicare are saying, you know what? We did it. We did our thing. We made our money. Let's sell it for $10 billion. $10 billion. Now we can all go chill. But like I said, get back to Baltimore, that building that they said, you know, CNN, they burnt up a CVS, and then you got all people believing that the fact that they burnt up that they don't care about. CVS does not care about that one building in Baltimore. Okay, their money is so long and so deep that building means nothing to them.
Well, speaking about long and deep. Money-wise, mine right.
Okay.
But check out who's advising CVS. They got Barclays and Evermore, who are the financial advisors for CVS.
Right.
And look who's advising Omnicare. They got Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, and Centerview. So that's who's advising them. So these are all the big boys of the financial industry.
Well, because CVS has access. See, you have to look at it. I'm just speaking hypothetically. You have to look at a pharmacy license like a liquor license, but even stronger. Okay, because if you have the ability and the license and the permission and the properties to sell or distribute drugs, it's almost just as lucrative as a liquor license. You see a lot of bars that are dives that are holding the walls, but why are they existing? Because they sell liquor.
Right.
The liquor is holding them, and just like the same with this medicine, you know, pharmaceuticals are living large.
Oh, sure.
They're living large. Don't get it twisted. Everybody in this world, if you're over 50 years old, you're taking some kind of damn pill. It's just that simple.
Yeah, you're right.
You're taking some kind of pill for some particular situation, what have you.
Well, we got one more story. The recall on the airbags at Takata.
Yeah, Takata.
Yeah, that's a big mess.
Yeah, that is a big mess.
Well, anyway, Takata is a company. It reminds me of Die Hard 1 when they said Nakatomi building in Die Hard. Takata is recalling. I didn't mean to talk with my Asian overtone there.
Don't do that.
All right, yeah.
Behave.
Anyway, the Takata, who's located in the Nakatomi Plaza from Die Hard 1, they're in all seriousness, they are manufacturing airbags that have a bunch of shrapnel in them. And I think that it helps with the explosion, helps with the ignition, it helps with the whole ammunition aspect of it. And they claim that when the bag goes off, all this metal shrapnel comes out and just cuts your face and your body and everything. And this was a known aspect for a long time. And but what it goes to show also is that these car dealers or these car companies, they don't even know what's going in their cars. You would think that, let's say Hyundai, for example, would know the whole product of what's going on with their car, but they don't. They don't. They order stuff from different people, so when the car comes down the assembly line, when it comes time to install the airbag in the steering wheel, here comes a whole company out of nowhere and puts it in there. And believe me, these airbags are in all kinds of cars. Ford, Honda, everything. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And they're making so much money that now they're telling them that they need to, they want to sue them, and they don't want to hear it because it's so deep. They're in so deep, and there's so many bags implanted that the company is saying, hell, are you kidding me? How can we, anytime you recall in 33.8 million airbags, 33.8 million cars, that's a lot of cars.
Yeah,
that's a lot of people. That's a lot of accidents. That's a lot of everything. And how do you begin to start trying to find 33 million cars?
See, my problem is somebody had to sign off on those.
Yeah.
And if you do a test on, say you do a test on 1,000 people, out of those 1,000 people, 10 to 15 or maybe say 20 people get hurt behind it. You're going to still put it through because it's a small percentage.
Yeah.
That's just some bull BS. Oh, bullshiggity? Okay. That's just not right. 10 people have gotten hurt out of the 1,000, but you're going to let it go because we put so much money, and it takes time for them to do those things, a year or two, to create these, things on the car, from the airbag to whatever.
Well, don't they use those test dummies?
Sure.
That we always see on the commercials,
sure.
Crazy-looking test dummies.
But if it's a small percentage, well, like I say, if you have 10 out of 1,000 that get hurt, just go ahead and push it on. Now, if it was almost 500 out of 1,000, okay, fine. We need to recall it or we need to pull it back before it goes out on the assembly line. But like Papa said, there's so many different entities that make up a car. They just let it go because there's so much money involved.
I was going to say, it comes down to the money.
That is the bottom line.
Nobody wants to mess with anybody's money.
Right.
So they feel like, well, if it happens,
right,
and that person, that one or two people
right,
get hurt, they'll sue us. We'll pay them a little bit.
Right.
That's cheaper than
right,
recalling all those vehicles.
There you go.
And replacing all those airbags.
Now they got effed up here. 30
The government
billion.
said enough is enough.
Mm.
You're going to replace them all.
Right. But they have called.
You couldn't even find these cars. Those cars.
But I think they've called in some other companies to try to help them because this is going to take almost 2 years for them to have a replacement kit or something.
And by then, how many more people can be injured?
See what I'm saying?
Because they said they showed pictures of some of the people's faces who survived an airbag deployment, and people look like they had been in a boxing ring with somebody that's not Floyd Mayweather.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Somebody that actually hits folks.
Right.
Yeah, we're going to take a break. Give us a call, 914-803-4306.
And press 1.
And call, talk about any subject we want to be talking about or whatever you want to talk about.
And press 1.
And press 1.
You want to talk about the big party, Papa?
Yeah, well, we got a big party coming up on June 20th, and that's at the White House, the other White House.
Yeah, other white meat.
Other white meat. That's, 1410?
There you go.
Missouri Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
That's in the northwest section of D.C.
They say.
And you'll get a chance to meet us, the crew.
It's a pajama party.
It's a pajama party. You can wear your pajamas.
Optional.
You can wear your thongs. You can wear your lingerie.
Okay, wait a minute.
Whatever. It's going to be a big old freak show.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
What time is it again, Papa?
It starts at 9 o'clock, and it goes until they throw you out. You can get tickets by calling different numbers. We'll get into the numbers here a little later.
They go on our website.
On the website at www.apajamaparty.com, and all the information for the party is there. And the tickets are $20 in advance, $25 at the door, and it's to celebrate our first year in doing this. And,
it's gonna be the party of the summer.
Yeah.
Trying to tell you.
We only did this for a year just to have an excuse to have a party. That's all that's about.
Tickets are going fast.
Yeah, tickets are going fast, so definitely get in on it. Like I said, 914-803-4306.
Popcorn.
And D.C. is just down the road. Just jump on the Amtrak train from wherever you are, and they'll take you to D.C. And
jump on the bus, Gus.
Jump in a cab at the train station. Tell them to drop you off at 1410 Missouri Avenue.
Call Uber.
Oh, call Uber. Call Uber.
There it is.
And you'll be all right. We're going to take a break and be right back.
Hey, this is Poppa DD. Join me on Friday night live at the Pajama Party Adult Online Radio Talk Show. And don't miss my segments called Living for the City and What's Poppin'.
Hey, and join me. This is Redwine with the long stem, and I've got the hot topics in my commentary called I'm Just Saying. And don't forget, the cocktail of the week for me, Ketel with the yellow top. I got the Hollywood wrap-up along with Weird News. And don't forget, we've got the Kisser list. That's for the people who get on our last nerves, and you want us to call them out.
So join us on Blog Talk Radio for the Pajama Party.
Every Friday night at 9 p.m. on the East Coast and 6 p.m. on the West Coast. Go to apajamaparty.com to listen online or follow us on Twitter at apajamaparty. Call us live, 914-803-4306. And don't forget to press 1.
Now let's get back to the show.
Hey, what happened to the snack tray or the bartender?
Does he want to see my slippers?
I'll call the room service.
Welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir.
Oh.
And let's see here. We're going to get into what's popping with me. What's popping with me tonight?
What's popping, Poppa DD?
Let's talk about...
Break it down.
Let's talk about the sports world.
Make it plain.
The undercover scandals of the sports world.
First
of all, Ray Rice. You remember Ray Rice? He's a gentleman from the Baltimore Ravens, the running back who allegedly hit his wife in the elevator. In my opinion, I think her face hit his fist. But that's just my opinion. Okay? I think they both got into the elevator drunk. Okay? Whatever happened on the other floor, whether he was pushing up on somebody or whatever, but she was shoving him, and he came over to her. You know, look at the thing a little closer. You know, and I'm not making no excuses for no domestic violence, but don't let the media sway you. Call it what it is. In life, keep it real according to your own views, okay? Don't be led. The worst thing you can do in life is be led, okay? And the media will lead you, especially when it has something to do with a black man, okay? They always want you to think that the black man is a villain. He's a criminal. But we got to look and see other people's contributions to a situation. Anyway, but on that note, he was, all charges was dismissed on him today. And I'm saying what I said when I talk about the second half of this particular situation I'm talking about. All charges was dropped on him today. He had a situation where he had a program that he was in called an intervention type of thing, where your first offense, you get the opportunity. They do it. Motor vehicle does it. The police do it with different charges and things like that, where if you get convicted of a crime or a situation, you're a first-time offender, they have like intervention programs that says, well, we'll give you this and do that. Don't do it again, yada, 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 yada. And domestic violence is no exception to it if you show remorse and you show the fact that you're trying to get yourself together, but you can't mess up a second time because you'll shoot yourself in the foot on the whole situation. But anyway, under the terms of that particular program, he had to pay $125 in fines, and he had to receive anger management counseling, and he was initially charged with third-degree aggravated assault. And initially the NFL had fined him 2 games, and then out of nowhere, the Baltimore Ravens just like straight got rid of him, just dismissed him out of nowhere. Now, I'm saying all that because I'm trying to beef up to Tom Brady, okay, the golden boy, if you will. Now, here's a man who is crooked as the day is long. Okay? See, when it comes to domestic violence and all that, that is completely wrong in all aspects. But see, you ain't got to be a crook to be a crook. See, and Tom Brady's been doing shady stuff since day one. This man is just crooked as hell. Him and the coach Belichick, and now Mr. Kraft, the owner, Robert Kraft. All three of them are like, three peas in a pod. They're a mess. They're just an absolute mess. Tom Brady is accused of authorizing these balls to be deflated, so when it was raining out there, he could squeeze them better, because a softer ball is better to grip in inclement weather.
I know that's right.
And now, Redwine said balls are better to grip. Anyway, so getting back to my story. Anyway, so Tom Brady, for example, now Robert Kraft came on TV the other day on the news conference. He said, "Look, I'm gonna take the punishment. I ain't going through this." So they took the $1 million fine. They lost a couple of draft choices for the next couple of years, and just whatever goes on there. Because Kraft realized that we won the Super Bowl. So until they start talking about taking away my trophy, I need to give in to this. Instead of me fighting this before we're going to take away your Super Bowl trophy. Which the brother, like I said before, Brother Butler, should have got the MVP for catching an interception on the 1-yard line as opposed to Tom Brady again. He's spoiled as hell. Him and his wife. What's his wife's name, Redwine? Giselle. Okay? Them two are a mess. They're rich and they're just crazy, okay? They got it their way. Tom Brady won the MVP, and the brother Butler caught the interception and won the game. Tom Brady gave the brother his the pickup truck that they gave him. Here, take the keys to the truck. Why didn't you just tell the brother to be the MVP? You gonna give him a truck thinking the brother needs a truck, like a rich man needs a damn truck. All those football players are rich. Well, he needs another pickup truck. Here's Tom Brady. Here, take my truck. I would have said, fuck you and your truck.
Okay.
Give me the MVP trophy. Anyway, but like I said, Robert Kraft pleaded to all the charges, said we're going to accept them, but Tom Brady's situation is still in because he's arrogant as hell. So his whole case is still going on. So as you see, Robert Kraft has separated himself from Tom Brady. Belichick, who was the biggest crook on the planet, got nothing to say about all this. He's being quiet, but he was accused of Spygate a few years back, where he was spying on other teams' practices. So in my opinion, the New England Patriots is just a bunch of rich, undercover, scandalous. I mean, I could just give you all kind of acronyms when it comes to New England Patriots. They're a mess. They got big money. I'm sure you look in your pantry, you'll see there's something that Kraft is overseeing, whether it be macaroni and cheese, graham crackers. They own Nabisco. You look in your pantry, you'll see everything. Robert Kraft is all over your pantry. Okay? So my opinion is Ray Rice needs to be put back in football because, like I said, I'm not downplaying domestic violence, but Tom Brady has done more crap and got away with more bullshit than Ray Rice could have ever done in this whole situation. So, read between the lines. And that's my what's popping with me tonight.
All right, now.
You got a caller on the line there?
Yeah, he broke that thing down. Yeah, we do have a caller on. Let me see if we can get this caller on the line. Caller, you're live on the Pajama Party Friday night. Go right ahead. What's your comment?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you. Go right ahead.
Oh. Well, I was just calling in, and I pretty much agree with everything that y'all saying. And I just wanted to give a shout-out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Who you want to shout out?
I want to shout out the whole West Philly.
All right.
All right, West Philly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, baby.
In the house. Well, thanks for listening. Appreciate you listening.
Thanks.
All
also
right.
wanted to give a shout out to my
thank
dad.
you so much.
What's that?
Hey, look, make plans to come down to D.C. on the 20th of June to the Pajama Party.
Yeah.
We're going to do it for real. June 20th in D.C.
PJ's optional.
And we're giving a prize for the best PJ, so get your stuff in order.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Thanks for the call.
Good night.
Yeah, that was good, Poppa DD. You're right.
Yeah, I mean,
Tom Brady, when I look at the stuff, with him saying he was going to appeal it, I don't know what happened with the appeal. He had a certain amount of time, and I don't know what happened.
Yeah, and like we said, domestic violence, we're not downplaying it, but, you know, the ultimate thing that's between him and his wife. You know, we have to let Ray Rice and his wife be the first people to justify where they're going to go with their relationship since their particular incident, okay? Because you're not in their world, okay? So just make sure that even though you may have your opinion on something, if they still got married and there's still something going on and whatever, then let them be the judge, jury, and executioner of their own relationship. And, you know, I truly believe a guy gives you enough in your life for you to handle yourself, so stop doing it.
Mm-hmm. So you guys got any questions or comments on what we're talking about? Hit us up at 914-803-4306.
And press 1.
Or check us out on www.apajamaparty.com. You can check that website out and get your tickets for our big anniversary pajama party. We're going to actually have a pajama party.
Yeah.
So you guys can really come. That's on Saturday, June the 20th. At 9 p.m. until they put us out. It's the other White House, 1410 Missouri Avenue, Northwest.
Northwest.
So
bring your pajamas, pack your lingerie, leave the drawers at the crib. And
boy.
Remember, in life, and the law, this is the law in City Hall. No drawers are allowed with pajamas. Remember that. That's the law.
Time for a commercial break.
That's the law. That's the law. that's the law.
Well, okay. We're going to take a CC break and see what the law really is, Papa.
Yeah.
All right. Be right back.
Girl, what are you using on your skin? And your hair looks so thick and beautiful.
I've got a secret.
I know you're going to share it with your girl.
Well, just between you and me, I found a new product that makes my skin glow and my hair fabulous, too. It's bull semen.
No bull. Stop playing.
For real. Bull semen gives me this glow and keeps my skin nice and soft and feeling good.
Where in the world did you get bull semen?
From a bull, of course, but only my distributor knows for sure. I can hook you up. Check it out.
Bull semen is great for your hair, nails, skin, and everywhere else where it doesn't feel right. Just warm the tube of bull semen. Put on some Barry White music. Massage the tube using slow circular motions. And when the semen comes out of the tube, put some in your hair, on your nails, on your skin, and wherever you want. Before you know it, you'll be glowing. Your hair will be growing, and your friends will want to be knowing.
I'm ordering my tube of bull semen today.
Order 2. I'm almost out.
Bull semen. Do not use internally, or pregnancy could occur. And we're not responsible for that. Order yours today. And that's no bull.
Welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD.
Hello.
I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine. Yeah, we're going to get into some weird news here.
What you got, Papa?
Beer. 110-year-old man. You know, age is I tell you.
Number
to number. 110-year-old man says a beer a day is the secret to his longevity.
Wow.
All right. A 110-year-old man is crediting his longevity to drinking a beer a day.
Wow.
His name is Mark Bentrid.
Mm-hmm.
He turned 110 on May 6th, making him Nebraska's oldest person living and perhaps the oldest man in the United States and in Omaha, for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
He's always told everybody the reason he lives as long is that he drinks a can of beer a day. And every day at 3 p.m. exactly, he said. And his daughter, he says, he's always joking that he had medicine. He said his daughter's always joking that that's his medicine of choice. And beer. 3 o'clock every day.
Is there any preference?
He does not list what beer he was drinking, but I'm thinking maybe some Pabst Ribbon or something to that effect.
I think you said something about Miller was his beer of choice.
Let me see.
He mentioned something about that.
Yeah, it looks like Miller brands.
I guess he
MGD, regular Miller, Miller Lite, yeah.
MGD may stand for something else. All right.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
He's 110?
110 years old, and he said he drinks a beer a day.
All right, that's his medicine.
Wow. That's his medicine choice.
We better get on the stick then, Papa, huh?
But hey, I'm drinking a beer right now.
All right then.
Anyway, next we got fake campaign email?
Yeah, a campaign worker, this is in New Hampshire, for New Hampshire House hopeful has been charged with a felony for sending out a fake news release saying the opponent had dropped out of the race. Attorney General Joseph Forster says 28-year-old Carl Gibson of Concord was charged Friday with felony voter suppression and a misdemeanor count of distributing a false document.
Wow.
That doesn't sound anything new.
So wait a minute, he tried to fix the vote and tell everybody that the other candidate dropped out?
Yeah. So it goes on to say Gibson is scheduled to be arraigned June 22nd. He told the Concord Monitor this week that he probably had too many beers.
Oh, he probably
been sending out
had too many
before he would send out the false email. I guess he need to listen to the 110-year-old man.
But see, he only has one a day at 3 o'clock.
See what I'm saying?
See, this dude probably had too many.
He had one too many.
And then he thought he had a good idea and said, look, I'm going to just tell everybody that the opponent dropped out.
There you go.
And then we'll win. And his candidate still lost.
Right. He ended up losing a close race in a special election.
Oh, well. I guess cheaters never prosper, huh?
Cheater, 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 cheater.
Well, I got one for you out in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
Men and women joined together to go topless.
What?
Right now, it said about 100 students dropped their tops at a Free the Nipple rally where students removed their tops. And this was male and female.
Free the nipples?
Free the nipple.
Where are they freeing the nipples from?
From whatever binds the nipple. They said in a protest of equality.
Oh, boy.
They said that this was at the University of California. And they said this is all about equality between men and women. This allows everyone the opportunity to just be normal without it being seen as something sexual.
Wow.
So they were hoping that the Free the Nipple rally movement will continue to grow. So they figured by us taking off our tops and shirts, bras, everything, and just expose the nipple, that this would free the nipple, and that people would no longer see nipples as such a sexual thing, but it would just become a normal thing.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't understand their line of reasoning, but that's what they said. So, unfortunately, when I got there, I had missed the nipple rally, so I didn't get a chance to join the Free the Nipple rally, but I'm saying solidarity to those that are willing to free the nipple. So, hey, free the nipple. Free the nipple. I'm going to raise my fist and say, free the nipple.
I thought you were supposed to raise something else, Redwine.
Oh, raise the shirt?
Yeah.
Well, we ain't at the rally right now.
Oh, okay.
So when they have the next rally, I'm going to be right there with them. Free the nipple.
I bet. Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
You just saying. Okay. Anybody got any questions or comments on what we're talking about?
Yeah, you want to free the nipple?
Hit us up.
Callers, if you're listening, if you're home right now, if you want to join the Free the Nipple rally, take your shirts off right now and free the nipple. Put your fist in the air and say, free the nipple!
And call us and let us know what you're doing.
Yeah, call us and say, hey, I'm with the movement. Free the nipple.
Papa might be interested in that one. So what you got over there, Redwine? We're going to keep moving with you?
Yeah, I'm just saying. I got one for you tonight. Okay. I don't know if you all saw this in the news. You know, so much stuff going in the news. It was a heavy news week this week.
It was.
But in the news this week, there was a story, about a lady named Val Starks. So she was showing some tough love to her 13-year-old daughter, who posted some sexually suggestive messages on Facebook, which drew a lot of views and thousands of friend requests. Now, this mom, and she lives out in Denver, she then posted a response video of herself lecturing her daughter, who was crying, on social media, and this was on Sunday when she posted it. She publicly shamed her daughter for saying on Facebook that she was 19. Her daughter's only 13 years old. But she posted pictures of herself wearing a bra, lace panties, saying she was a freak, and all this other stuff. She's communicating with grown men. All of this on Facebook, right? So Mama got on Facebook and shot her own video and shamed her. So when she found out, she said, look, I'm going to let, and I'm going to quote Mama Val, her name is Val, she said, I'm going to let all you grown-ass men know that this child is a child. She's 13, and she lied. Everything she said on Facebook, she lied. She told people that this child claims she's a freak. She doesn't even know what that is. So on the video that Mama Val posted, she asked the child, do you even know what a freak is? And the girl was hiding her face crying. And Mama told her, oh, don't cry now. You were bold when you posted all that mess on Facebook, but you're not bold now, are you? So Mama told the people on Facebook, look, this child still watches the Disney Channel, and she will not be online anymore. She made her say goodbye to everybody on Facebook. She told the little girl, look, say goodbye to Facebook. And the little girl was like, bye, Facebook, bye. She shamed that girl publicly. So here's where I'm confused. You got people now, of course, you know, public opinion, since it was on Facebook. Public opinion has weighed in. And you got all these people that are upset with Mama Val saying she shouldn't have done that. They're saying you shouldn't have publicly shamed your daughter because it's going to scar her psychologically and all of that. So to all the people who feel like that, I just want to ask you this. Don't you think that this 13-year-old girl already shamed herself by posting pictures and videos of herself in lingerie and telling lies to grown men and any other young boys who might have, you know, been in communication with her? It seems to me like she already shamed herself and her mother and her family by doing what she did. So it seems like to me this girl didn't even have sense enough not to show her face, for one thing, because she's 13. She's a child. So she didn't even know if you're going to post lingerie pictures, don't show your face. But, of course, being 13, she didn't know. So she got her face and everything on these pictures. So for her to go online behind her mother's back and carry on an underground life, she never even thought about how this could come back to bite her later on. But that's what happens when you're young, inexperienced, and immature. You do dumb things, and you hope that it won't ruin your life or kill you. So all these people are running their mouths against Mama Val, saying that she was wrong to publicly shame her daughter. But excuse me, the last time I checked, the Internet is public all over the world. So whatever her daughter showed could potentially be seen all over the world, which means that her public shame that she created was already public. Or am I just the only one that sees it like that? I'm just saying. Now, then you got people that are on talk shows and whatnot saying that it's going to make it difficult for this girl to face her friends and classmates and stuff at school because of what her mother did. Really? How about because of what she did? She runs the risk of going to school and seeing pictures of herself posted all over the place, or people giving her a hard time about what she did on Facebook. And to me, it seems like that would be more embarrassing than anything her mother could have done. But I remember back in the day, that's what your parents did. They embarrass you. That's their job. Yep. That's part of their job, raise you and embarrass you. That's what they do. So her mom did her job. She embarrassed her. So for her to say, you know, she's feeling, for people online to be saying, well, she shouldn't have done that. Her daughter's going to need therapy and all that. How about if somebody tracks her daughter down? Because, again, being 13, young and stupid, if some man gets online with her, a 30, 40, 50-year-old man, and says, well, what city are you in? And she starts giving information, what if this man tracks her down? And while Mama Val is at work or somewhere, this man comes and knocks on her door. Then what? Then are people going to talk all this smack about, oh, her mother shouldn't have shamed her like that? You know, the girl shouldn't have done it, obviously, in the first place. But for her mother to do what she did, the mother, I think, was just doing what she had to do as a desperate measure of, this is like my last straw. Because I'm thinking, now I don't know this to be a fact, I'm reaching, but I'm thinking this is not the first time she's had issues with her 13-year-old daughter. Because for this girl to get bold enough to take lingerie pictures and videos and stuff and post it, I'm thinking this isn't the first time she's done stuff similar to this or done this before. It's just that this time her mother found out about it. So I don't have a problem with what Mama Val did. I think she was, like I said, at the end of her rope and felt like, I got to do something about it. So I'm not saying that, you know, bad things will happen to this child, But this is the kind of stuff that happens when kids do stuff like that. They end up in trouble. People find out where you live. People come to your house. People track you down. She and her girlfriends could be at a mall, and somebody could be tracking her for weeks, waiting for her to go somewhere public where they can walk up and act like this the first time I'm coming across you, and they've been planning this thing for months. You just don't know. If you look at enough Law and Order episodes of Criminal Minds, you see how this stuff goes down. They get that stuff from the news. Those writers don't create this out of the blue. They get it from the newspaper. So, and then I think about that mother in Baltimore. Remember her? When she found out her son was throwing rocks at the cops, she went and snatched that boy off the street, smacked him all upside his head, and at first people applauded her. Then people turned on her. They said, oh, you're adding to the violence. You shouldn't do that. You're going to scar that boy. He's going to need therapy. Oh, you're psychologically damaging him. That mother was trying to keep that boy from either being killed from the cops or from somebody else in the street. Right. But, all these people who think Mama Val is wrong and that she shouldn't have done that to her daughter, you know what? Y'all can have your opinion, but I got my opinion. And I say I'm Team Val. Mama Val had a right to do what she did, and I'm backing her up. So all I'm saying is that, Mama Val took the bull by the horns, and she shut it down. So all I'm saying is, Mama Val, I'm on your side. And if you need some backup, Redwine got your back. You need some reinforcements, holler at a sister. I got your back, Mama Val. All these haters, y'all need to go somewhere and sit down and shut up. This is Redwine. I'm just saying. That's how it is.
Watch out now. Watch out now.
Everybody always got something to say.
That's true.
But when that girl go out here and do something crazy, then they'll say her mother should have curtailed that a long time ago.
I tell you what, on the other side of that whole story, that's the catalyst of the what's happening today with men, with sex offenders and things of this nature. When a girl gets caught out there with an older gentleman, and the older gentleman gets convicted of a situation or what have you, the girl can easily transform back to the 13-year-old she is.
Yeah.
And a man just goes to the big house for pushing up on somebody who was probably the aggressor from the beginning. The sad part about the world today is that the laws that was implemented in the bowels of justice were implemented a long time ago based on the age situation of any type of statutory rape or things of this nature. But what the laws don't realize is that a 13, 14, 15, and 16-year-old of 2015 is not the same 16-year-old back in 1975.
But you know what, to your point, what you're making, back in the day, back in the South, they were 12 and 13, 14, having kids. But they got married early.
Yeah, because the maturity level was different.
So now it's considered a quote unquote crime if somebody 50-something years old is messing with somebody.
Well,
13.
because they're only looking at the 50-something-year-old person, they're not looking at the actions of the other. Because the young person knows that when something goes south, they can have the sugar daddy as long as they can have the sugar daddy. But when it goes south, they could flip the script and put the ponytails back in their hair. Sure. They could put the little girl dress on and go to court and say, well, he raped me, yada, yada, yada. And then the lawyers say, cue, the prosecutors say, cue the tears. And she cues the tears. And the 12 juries say, send that man to jail for 100 years, blah, 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 blah.
But not in this
But her situation, right, now this little girl here, her mother actually didn't save the girl's life. She saved an older man's life that could have his ass in jail for 15 to 20 years for some type of statutory rape, not knowing that the girl didn't, because chances
the girl's
are...
only 13.
Well, yeah, but the chances are when they bust a man for pushing up on a young girl, they're not going to go back to her Facebook account and see what she did, because mom's going to erase the Facebook account because she's trying to win the case and send the male to jail for pushing up on her daughter. So it's a double standard that is vicious, that's not spoke on. And you got a lot of people that's sitting in jail today, not to say that a man should mess with an underage woman at all, but we also have to look and see what part did that young girl play in that situation. Because as soon as the man got busted for messing with that underage girl, she reverted back to the teenager that she is. And mom, like you said on the story earlier, how the mother is trying to sue the other girl. The girl with the 57-year-old man. Because the mother's saying, well, you messed with my daughter, but the girl that had a baby by the man. So
and
the
they
mother,
talking about getting married.
They talking about getting married. So the mom don't realize where the daughter is in her life. Her daughter's maturity has nothing to do with the laws of the land. If that 14, 15, 16-year-old person is feeling themselves, sometimes ain't nothing mom could do. But when they get caught at their own game and the police get involved, now the 15-year-old person want to wrap themselves back up in a ball and they want to jump back in their little bedroom.
Go crying to mama.
Crying to mama, throw it on the guy. He sits in jail for 15 years when in the whole situation, she was the aggressor. She was getting the money, getting this, going to school with satin and lace, everything provided by the sugar daddy. But when the situation gets caught out there,
but
now,
I guess the parent is looking at, I'm supposed to protect my child.
Yeah, but you
and the
didn't.
Parent goes to the point where they're going to protect their child any means necessary.
Well, you protect your child by setting the parental guidance section of the computer. You cannot put a computer in a child's bedroom and don't set the parental guidance.
You can do all of that and still that child
could be off the chain.
Right, can still be off the chain.
Exactly.
Yeah, they find ways to get online.
That's what I'm saying. If it's the phone or computer or whatever. Because it's like this. Back in the day, I'm not going to say I allegedly did it. Other people did it. But, you leave your household, you look one way, but when you go into school, you're going to go in the bathroom and change your clothes.
Oh, yeah, they're doing it all. They're doing it all.
You're going to look, the way you want to look, provocative or whatever, so on.
If you got an opinion on this, give us a call, 914-803-4306, and talk about it. If you got a daughter that's out there tripping, doing her thing, you want to admit the fact, you can call yourself Jane Doe, John Doe. You ain't got to admit who you are. We're going to take a little break. We'll be back in a minute.
Hey, this is Ketel with the yellow top. I'm waiting to hear from you tonight. I'm at the Pajama Party Live. So you can reach us at 914-803-4306. Or you can check us out on apajamaparty.com. I've got my opinions, but I want to hear yours. Poppa DD and Redwine are trying to beat me down, so I need you to call back and back me up. I know you're out there. I can hear you breathing, so call me now. 914-803-4306. I'm right here on WBJP, Blog Talk Radio, waiting to hear from you. Here they come. I gotta go.
We're back at the Pajama Party. I want to host Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir.
All right. Next we're going to talk about living for the city. Let's focus on living for the city.
All right. What you got, Poppa DD?
Let's talk about family. Let's talk about family for a minute. The family, like the OJ said in the song Family Reunion, the family is built up of different levels. You have the elders, you have the middle ground, and you have the juniors, and you have the young people, so to speak. My situation is that I want everybody in the family to understand that everybody in the family has an obligation to step up their game when it comes to helping the family support what they're trying to achieve as far as the family name is concerned. We have to look at the family as being a football team where everybody wears the same jersey on their back, okay? You look at a football game, the individuals have names on the back of their jerseys. So look at your family based on everybody wearing a jersey with the same name on the back. So your contributions toward that family is very important on what you contribute to that family. You can't sit back and think that because I'm the younger generation and there's problems going on with the older generation, I'm just going to sit back and let the older people in the family try to figure it out. Okay? I mean, if you got the elder, let's go example. Let's say you got your parents in their 70s or their 80s, and you have the parents' children in their 50s and 60s. Now, if you're the children of the children and you're in your 40s and the 30s, you can't just sit back and watch the family like it's a spectator sport. and you see different things going on, you have the right and the obligation to get involved and make your opinion and do things you feel you need to do to keep the family going. Because always understand that if your mother or father is in their 50s and 60s, then therefore you're the next generation coming up. So you can sit back and watch the family in front of you implode, or you can get involved and bring some youth in the game. Because when people reach their 50s and 60s, they're moving a little slower. They're moving a little different. Their ideals are a little more settled, and they're being a little more they're being a little more laid back on the situation. So they're depending on people in their 30s and 40s to now start stepping up their game and acting like you wear the name on the back of the jersey yourself, and get in the game and see what's going on with the older people. See if you can step in and find out what's happening, what kind of bills are being paid, what kind of taxes are done on the houses, are the cars insured, what type of life insurance policies are in place. You can ask these questions, Don't sit back as a 30 or 40-year-old person in your family and think that the 50 and 60-year-old people got to maintain and always keep in touch with the 70s and 80-year-old people. So my closing thing on this whole situation is that God issues our years in decades. Understand the decade you're in and what you represent. If people in their 70s and 80s is having troubles, stop sitting back and watching the people in their 40s and 50s and 60s handle the 70s and 80s. The 20s and the 30s, you can get your ass involved. Okay? Stop sitting back and watching your family like a spectator sport, and you sit back looking at your aunt or your mother, figuring out what they're going to do with their mother. You talk to their mother. Get off your little young ass. Use your youth instead of running the damn streets and on Facebook and whatever you're doing, and get in touch with your family. Find out what's going on. Check on your grandmother and your grandfather. Stop being selfish. Stop smelling yourself and start smelling some of the Ben Gay and everything else that comes from your grandparents. You'd be surprised what your grandparents did for your little ass coming up. Okay, so step in. Step in at 20 and 30 years old. Step in and step up.
All right.
That's what's happening with Living for the City.
I heard that right.
You got any questions, give us a call, 914-803-4306.
Somebody need to pick that mic up he just dropped.
I'm just saying.
Hey. She's on mysterious.
I heard that. Well, I got my little Hollywood wrap-up going on here. We got quite a bit going on.
What's happening out in the Hollywood La La Land?
I'm just going to go over the breaking news that we just found out here that Louis Johnson, founding member of funk band the Brothers Johnson, and an in-demand bass player, he appeared on Michael Jackson's Billie Jean and Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. He died this past Thursday.
That's one of my favorites.
Wow,
yes. Brothers Johnson, yes.
Funk out of my face.
Funk out of my face.
Strawberry Letter 22.
Hello, my love. I heard a kiss from you.
He was 6.
Wow.
His nephew put on Instagram, his death hasn't been, the cause of death has not been confirmed.
Wow.
He says...
I saw them in New Orleans at the House of Blues about maybe 5 years ago.
Wow.
They still sounded good.
They still sound good. I can imagine. He said he had never been parts to play in my whole life. He said, I'm the most rare bass player in the whole world. He was telling Rolling Stone this.
Wow.
He was a genius. He had no one ever gave him music paper to read. No one ever gave me anything to read. They tell me he has a track record.
You listen to that song Stomp?
Oh,
that
yeah.
Bass
He
line,
played that bass.
Yeah,
that song.
yeah.
That Stomp is...
They talk about that. He
Sorry to hear that.
originally with Quincy Jones.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's how he got his
Quincy
start in
produced
L.A.
his first album, right?
I think so. L.A.-based Brothers Johnson, a group featuring Louis and his brother George, got their start backing up Quincy Jones.
Yeah, Louis is the one who had the big afro.
Claimed album in '76.
Yeah.
And over the next 5 years, the Brothers Johnson racked up 3 #1 hits on the R&B charts. I'll Be Good to You.
Oh yeah, that was the song.
Shuggy, Otis, and Strawberry Letter 23.
And they have a slow song called Treasure, which is wonderful also.
And like you mentioned, Stomped.
Stomp is unbelievable.
Yeah, I remember Tomorrow. I used to really like that song.
Yeah, Strawberry Letter 23 was featured in the Quentin Tarantino's Jackie Brown.
Yeah, that's I like that
Oh, it's
song.
23. I always say 22.
Well, they say 22 when they sing it to rhyme it, but it's also good. But the title of the song is 23.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we're going to have a terrible loss in the music industry.
Yeah, he was an amazing person. When I saw them in New Orleans, them two were very eccentric, and they did their thing. And the way he thumped on that bass was just incredible.
Yeah, it says they did part ways in the early 80s to pursue solo careers.
Mm-hmm.
Lewis became known for his bass playing, emerging as a prolific and demand session musician.
Mm-hmm.
He served as the primary bassist for Michael Jackson's Off the Wall album. So Quincy Jones must have brought him in on that, because Quincy was a part of that too.
Right.
Billie Jean.
Amazing. That's a great loss.
Wow.
The Brothers Johnson is a very unknown group that was not. They didn't have that national recognition, but man,
they were unsung.
If you knew internal music, the Brothers Johnson was just unbelievable.
They said he was also a part of Michael McDonald's his version of "I Keep Forgetting."
Really?
Mm-hmm. Melody.
Michael McDonald?
Yep, that was later sampled by different people. Yeah.
Wow.
He was a portion of that.
How does that song go? I keep forgetting.
I keep forgetting.
But not in love anymore.
Yeah, that's it. Get it, Ketel.
Watch out there.
Oh, get it, Ketel.
Did I quit my day job? What's up?
No, don't do that just yet.
Okay. All right. Also on Wednesday, America said goodbye. Guess who? I don't know.
David Letterman.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
One of the most iconic images in television history, the gap-toothed grin of David Letterman.
Bye-bye.
After 30 years late-night comedy talk show, he stopped hosting. Let me see. He gave it up to Stephen Colbert.
Oh, yeah. He pronounces it Colbert.
Oh, Colbert.
Like he's French.
Colbert.
I know he is not.
That's going to drop the ratings in that show, but anyway.
Well,
I don't know why they didn't give it to Arsenio Hall, in my opinion, but
that's another show, Papa.
Well, I'm just saying.
It says Letterman leaves behind an incredible legacy, and it's no accident that most of the late night hosts come in his wake. Conan O'Brien, Jimmy Kimmel, and Jimmy Fallon, to name a few. They said they were influenced by him. He went to NBC. He debuted on NBC in '82. He stayed there for about 10 years. Then he went to CBS. The show of his scale got bigger and bigger. Locked in a decades-long rating war with his rival Jay Leno, Letterman struck gold with sometimes heated encounters with people like Madonna and Drew Barrymore. Remember Drew Barrymore jumped on the table or something crazy?
Yeah, something crazy.
And Madonna, she was just crazy anyway. He also didn't shy away from taking stronger political swipes than some of his peers, getting into high-profile scrapes with both Sarah Palin and John McCain.
I can understand John McCain.
Sarah Palin, she don't even know where Australia or where Alaska is or whatever.
Russia.
It says as Letterman matured from
with lipstick.
college kids' favorite cut up to the elder statesman of late night, America grew up with him. A whole generation of Americans hasn't lived through a period where he wasn't on TV. So they said we have seen him for 30 years. And he's a goner.
Bye-bye, Dave.
What's going to happen to his band, though? What's his name?
Oh, Paul Schaefer?
Paul Schaefer. He's a bad dude, too. He's a bad dude.
He probably was going to continue to keep playing.
Yeah, I hope so.
But I know they were talking about they got ready to set. I mean, they just junked the thing. Yeah,
really?
They junked his late night set.
Smithsonian or something?
No, they junked his set.
That's disrespectful.
It was.
What else you got?
And some, Raven Simone.
Mm-hmm.
You were talking about this a couple of weeks ago, Papa. She might be a permanent host on the show.
Yeah, I think Whoopi Goldberg's looking out for her.
I think so.
But I just think that Raven Simone really need to cool her heels and act like she's going to be a regular individual in this world. And nobody gives a shit about your sex life. You know what I mean? Who you fucking or whatever, that's your business.
I don't know.
And I think that she's putting emphasis on that when she needs to rekindle her life as an entertainer in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you did I mean, first of all, she was great on the Cosby Show. She was a nice little young wonder. Then she went on ABC Family on Saturday morning, and she did all the little parts. But then her titties started growing tremendous, and I think her titties got her off the whole cartoon.
I think if she acts like she has some sense on the View, like you said, I think Whoopi's going to look out for her. If she just fly right and don't do nothing.
But she don't understand that Whoopi will kick her ass to the curb in a minute.
She don't need to do anything bizarre in her private life.
Whoopi right now, I must commend Whoopi. Whoopi is running the View.
Oh, for sure.
She's running, and they're letting her because there's all kind of competition out here. The Real. And places like that. You got Meredith has a show, The Talk.
She's bringing it. She's
bringing it, and she does not filter on her racial aspect. She's straight black, and she don't care who knows it.
She's just straight Whoopi.
She's big as a damn house.
But I got one more news thing, Papa. Alfonso Ribeiro, Carlton from The Fresh Prince.
Carlton,
yeah.
Unusual to be loved.
He's going to be the new host on America's Funniest Home Video.
Really?
He's taking Tom Bergeron.
Where's he going?
He's
probably retiring by now.
Well, he's been doing some info commercials.
Yeah, I got to give him. Bergeron has been on the move. He's been doing this thing.
And he does Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, so that's been renewed for another season.
Yeah, but I think he's going to quit after another year or so.
Yeah.
That's my Hollywood wrap up.
Okay.
All righty.
All right. So, you want to take a break? First of all, we're having a party, by the way. We're having a party.
Big party!
1 year in the business. We toyed with this a year ago just with an ideal. Redwine was messing around with some stuff, and Ketel was messing around with some stuff. And then they hired me as a real commentator.
Oh my God.
And I came in, and the show blasted off.
If he doesn't come back from commercial, you guys understand.
Anyway,
we took care of it.
We put together something called the Pajama Party, and pull us up. We had to put an A in front of it, apajamaparty.com. And you pull us up on the website, and you can find out all about us and everything. But we're having a party on June 20th in Washington, D.C., which is right down the road. So wherever you are, come from the south, get on the Amtrak train, get on the plane. Come from the north, get on the Amtrak train, get on the plane.
Drive straight down 95 or up 95?
Straight down 95, get off in Washington, D.C., jump in a cab to 1410 or Uber. We're Uber people. We need the cab to be there, and we need to be there. 1410 Missouri Avenue. That's in Northwest Washington, D.C.
They say.
It's on the 20th of June. It's a Saturday night. You can wear pajamas if you like, lingerie.
We're giving a prize for the best PJs.
Best pajamas, best PJs.
Break them out.
Best,
what? We got door prizes.
Prizes. We're doing everything. Buffet.
Might have some celebrities stop by.
And plus, the liquor we selling is at a regular price. It's not overpriced. You go to a concert and get some Hennessy for $12. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing
that. Get 4 Hennessy's for that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
we're gonna do you right. We're
gonna do you
right.
I think our drinks, the beers are probably like $4, or the liquors, what?
Yeah,
$4 or $5. Yeah.
Everything's under $5.
We don't play that $12 shot. They know if you buy liquor for $12 a shot, you either rich or crazy.
You've been robbed. You've been hoodwinked. You've been flim-flam.
You've been bamboozled. All right?
But we're going to take a little CC break.
We'll take a break.
And we're going to come right back.
All right.
Get you some ice.
Pajama Party is turning 1 year old, and we're celebrating by hosting the party of the summer, Saturday, June 20th, at the White Mansion, 1410 Missouri Avenue, Northwest, Washington, D.C. The party starts at 9 p.m. We're going to party till we get put out. That's how we roll. Tickets $20. $25 at the door. Includes a light buffet. Champagne toast. Door prizes. And we're going to get your money at the cash box. The bartender will be mixing cocktails, and DJ
DJ Money gonna be mixing the music. So get your tickets in advance, but they get sold out. You can call Ketel 202-350-1670. Call Poppa DD 516-316-9798. Tickets are available also on our website at www.apajamaparty.com. Get your tickets today and party with A Pajama Party Crew. Oh yeah, PJs are optional. We'll see you on June 20th at 9 p.m. For more info, go to www.apajamaparty.com.
Yeah, we're back at the Pajama Party. I'm one of the hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine. This is every Friday night thing we got going on here. We've been doing it for a year. For 1 year we've been doing this. It was a brainstorm of, Redwine? Who brought this
DC
up?
Homegrown Entertainment.
DC Homegrown Entertainment. DC Homegrown is a parent company that they're the ones that pays the bills and everything. We spend reckless money and they pay the bills.
You better hurry up. Light
DC
during
Homegrown.
Oh, that's
we're going to go over the birthdays here. We got Dietrich
Hayden.
He's a gospel singer. He's 42 years old. We got Sugar Ray Leonard. He's a boxer, 59 years old.
DC, baby.
And the brother of the Brothers Johnson that we said just passed away, was that Lewis?
Right, Lewis.
Lewis Johnson just passed away, but his brother George Johnson celebrates his 62nd birthday. Tony Parker of the San Antonio Spurs, basketball player, 33 years old.
Yeah. Taj Mowry. He's the brother of the twins, Tia and Tamara Mowry.
The little guy?
Yeah, well, he's not that little anymore.
29 years old.
He's a grown
man. He was the smart guy, the one that had the brains, the little smart guy. Okay. Bob Saget. He's an actor. He's 59 years old.
Derek Howe, the dancer on Dancing with the Stars.
30 years old. Hill Harper. He's an actor and an activist. He's 49. They're all born on the 17th of May. 18th of May, we got Tina Fey, who imitates the hell out of your girl Sarah Palin.
Yes, she does.
She's 45 years old. Reggie Jackson, the baseball player, he's 69 years old. He was on 18th. On the 19th of May, you got Sam Smithers.
Oh, Sam Smith.
Sam Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is this ER at the end of Smith?
That's one of those interns did that.
Yeah, okay. Intern named Redwine.
That just won all of those awards this year.
Yeah. Anyway.
He's 22. He's ain't young.
I've heard better singers anyway, but that's just my opinion. We got Kevin Garnett, basketball player. He's 38 years old. In fact, Kevin Garnett, I believe he's the mayor of Sacramento. If I know.
Really?
Yeah, he's a mayor.
Okay.
If this is the same guy. No, I'm sorry. Kevin Garnett is another person. I'm speaking of somebody else. I'm speaking of Kevin Johnson.
Oh.
Kevin Garnett played for the Minnesota Timberwolves and then the Boston Celtics and then the Brooklyn Nets. He's retired now.
Oh, okay.
Grace Jones, pull up to the bumper, baby.
Wow.
Private in between.
And they said that Lady Gaga stole everything from
please.
Grace Jones. Grace Jones was the first one to wear eccentric outfits and bald heads, and she starred in the movie Boomerang, where she pulled the cologne out of her vagina and called it...
but I think even before that, she was Mayday in one of the James Bond movies.
Yeah, she also was in that movie with Mel Gibson, that crazy movie. And anyway, I like her in Boomerang.
Yeah.
Where she told the guy to smell their panties.
Yeah.
Smell my panties.
That was funny.
Anyway, yeah, you get a chance to look at Boomerang. Check out Grace Jones at Boomerang when she takes off her panties and throws it to the guy and tells him to smell them. Anyway.
Strong J.
Yeah, strong J means strong vagina J smell.
Moving on.
The 20th of May, we got Cher, singer, 68 years old. Busta Rhymes, who done got fat as hell.
Busta.
He's 42 years old. Tony Goldwyn, he's an actor on Scandal.
Hey. President on Scandal.
Oh, he's 54 years old. And
Natari Naughton, she's an actress.
She's 30 years old. I don't recall
what I've seen her on lately, but she's a...
They're all on the 20th of May. On the 21st of May, you got Mr. T.
I Pity the Fool.
I Pity the Fool. He's 62 years old. We got Ronald Ozzy.
Hey.
Oh, baby's together.
Whoa.
Everyone a seat. 73 years old, Ronald Ozzy.
Wow. Hey, he getting up there.
We got Judge Reno?
Judge Reinhold.
57 years old.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh, okay.
And he's done other stuff, but I always remember him
from VA.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Leo Sayers, he's a singer. What did he sing?
Oh, he sang that song, When I Need Love.
I just close my eyes and Okay.
How old is he?
66. That was 21st. 22nd of May, we got Naomi Campbell.
Hey.
She plays the Sugar Mama on
She's on
Empire these days. 44 years old. 44. Wow, I thought she was older than that. We got Apollo Ono. He's an Olympic athlete, 32. Johnny Gill, the singer, he's 48 years old. Vivian Green's a singer, she's 35.
Emotional roller coaster.
Darnell Jones, singer also, 41 years old.
Okay.
And the game of Pac-Man.
Pac-Man
is 35 years old. The game.
Oh, okay.
And that's all on the 22nd of May. 23rd of May, we got Drew Carey, the host of
Price is Right.
Come on down. Let's see. Maxwell, the singer.
Woo! Fortunate to have you, girl. I'm so glad you're in my world.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Papa. Sorry.
Maxwell's 41 years old. Jewel, the singer, she's 40. Joan Collins, the actor, Joan Collins from the Carringtons and the Dynasty. She's 81 years old. Imagine that.
Girl. Get it.
And the boxer, Marvin Hagler.
A real boxer.
Not like that crap we paid $99 for. Yeah, Mayweather, $99. Okay, I'm ready to send my Verizon bill to his ass. You pay for this bullshit. Anyway, he's 60 years old.
All right, happy birthday to everybody.
Happy birthday to everybody. And that's we're living in the age of Taurus these days.
All right.
All right, so if you're a Taurus, happy birthday to you, Taurus. And we're about to step in. Next will be...
Cocktail of the week.
Geminis will be next.
Oh, they coming up?
Yeah, Geminis will be next.
Not before we hit this cocktail of the week.
Let me give one more shout out birthday, Mama Z.
Mama Z.
May 17th.
One of our biggest fans. We love you, Mama Z.
She won't disclose her age, but she's younger than we are.
Well, let's just say she's been around the block at least twice.
They ain't messing with you.
I said at least twice.
All right, and we got a Henrietta Gentry out of Philadelphia.
All right, now.
Henrietta.
We won't give her She's 86. She don't mind telling her age. She'll tell you her age in a minute.
All right.
Anyway, so...
got the cocktail of the week. I got it.
All right, what you got for us?
We got Papa's favorite stuff. We got the Hennessy VS.
Got a brown liquor cocktail.
Oh, the French apple.
French. Wait a minute, you got my attention. Bonsoir.
Brown liquor for you and it's French. Okay.
Right.
All right.
Brown liquor a day. Not a day. These on your days off. No, not every day.
The ingredients for this is a half an ounce of Hennessy VS, a half an ounce of vodka of your choice, 1 ounce of apple cider, 2 dashes of bitters. So what you do with that is you add all liquids to a glass with ice, stir, and top with a grated cinnamon and apple fan.
Ooh.
Apple fan is made of the, apples.
When you slice the apples and you kind of fan them out?
Yeah. So that's the cocktail of the week, Hennessy VS French Apple. Again, a half an ounce of Hennessy VS.
That's a shot and a half.
I'm trying to measure it out right. Hold on. You said a half ounce?
A half ounce of Hennessy.
Okay.
VS, a half an ounce of vodka.
What? Wait a minute. We merging Hennessy with vodka?
Yeah. What's that?
Y'all trying to get some pussy. I mean,
watch out.
If I was making a drink, I'd be trying to get
Okay, and what else now?
1 ounce of apple cider, 2 dashes of bitters. So we're going to add all of that in a glass with ice, stir, and top it off with grated cinnamon and the apple flavor.
Ooh, that cinnamon tops it off.
Uh-huh.
I like it.
Vodka with brown liquor?
Try it.
Never know.
Right.
So what you got over there on the kissing list over there?
Somebody trying to get laid.
I'm just saying, you got to try it before.
All right, on the kissing list, we're going to move it right along. We got Roger Goodell, who's a permanent fixture on the kissing list.
Yes, he is.
We have Macy's, the Red Star, with a preview day on Thursday. Okay.
That's how they roll.
What's this here? Josh Dagger?
Josh Duggar.
Okay.
Yeah, he's one of the Duggars of the 19 Kids and Counting show that's on TLC.
Oh, yeah, the one that's on there, and he molested somebody or something?
Yeah, and TLC, by the way, has yanked that show now. As of today, they said they yanked it right off the program list. Yank.
Who else you got there, Pop?
Benny Santiago?
Yeah, this dude, Benny Santiago, he's a corrections officer at the Rose Singer Center, which is part of Rikers. He's been routinely raping some of the female inmates, one of which is pregnant or got pregnant as a result. And now there's a class action suit against him and Rikers as a result. So he's on the kiss it list.
And we got Senator John McCain for saying that President Obama's remarks on ISIS were just mind-blowing. Yeah, everybody wants Barack to send troops over to ISIS to fight ISIS, and he's not going for it. And Tom Brady, and we're going to put Mr. Kraft on here as well, for just thinking that they're above everything just because they got money. You know, money's cool and it's lovely and it buys a lot of things, does that, but the two things money cannot purchase in any aspect of life is love and happiness.
Well, I got $5. Can that get me a little bit?
Can't get you jack.
Oh, okay.
What I got for him?
What we got for his?
I got
for all the people on the kissing list, this is for you.
Kiss my entire ass. Kiss my Irish ass. You better kiss my Irish ass. This world can kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. You can just kiss my ass. Baby, you can just kiss my ass. Oh, you can kiss my country ass. I said if you got a problem with any of that, you can kiss my natural born redneck to the bone, ever loving country ass. That's right.
Yeah, everybody on that kiss list can kiss our ass.
Oh, boy, that was good.
Final word, Redwine, what you got on your final word there?
My last word is for Mama Val out there in Denver and for that mama in Baltimore and everybody else that's trying to raise their kids. Do your thing. Redwine got your back. Don't worry about what these haters are saying on social media and in the media, CNN, MSNBC, and whatever other channel they're talking on. Do what you got to do to get your kids in line. Because when it's all said and done, when your kids get locked up, who's going to pay that bail money? Not any of these people talking all that smack. They're going to be looking at you to get them out of jail. So do what you got to do to get your kids to line up. Redwine loves you, and I got your back. Shout out to all of our listeners, new listeners, old listeners. See y'all June 20th at the Pajama Party. Bring it, because that's how we do. Drop the mic one more time. Bam.
Well, Redwine, you took half of my portion, but it's okay. I always say thanks to the new listeners, old listeners, future listeners. Thanks. Shout out to Jersey, NC, Cali, of course, DC.
Say Philly?
Yes.
Oh, you said Jersey.
Philly, Jersey.
Oh, that's Jersey. Okay.
Okay.
My bad.
Florida, all of the in between. Thanks for listening. What you got, Papa?
Just a shout out to West Philly that called in. That's my originality in life, West Philly. I'm from West Philly originally. Also, I just like to reiterate what I said on the Living for the City. I think the middle level of the family should step in and help the older generation. Stop looking for your mom to take care of their parents or their grandparents. Step up. If you're 20, 30 years old, 35 years old, 40 years old, help out the 50, 60 years old. God gives us lives in decades. Understand where your decade is and what your decade is responsible for. And check out our party, June 20th in D.C.
Hit us on the website, apajamaparty.com.
That's right. And thank you for listening. And we're celebrating 1 year in June. And what are you going to do? We're going to wrap it up. Check us out next week, Friday, 9 o'clock, same time, same station, apajamaparty.com. Or call us at 914-803-4306. And listen in and press 1 if you want to be cued in. Every Friday night, we're going to give you comic relief, your informative relief, and let you know what's happening around the world. Okay? Things you ain't getting on CNN and all the rest of that crap.
That's all right. Good night.
Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Initiating shutdown sequence.
Is it all over, Rock?
I guess so.
I bid you farewell, arrivederci, sayonara, and all that sort of jazz.
Well, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Well, good night.
Yabiko, Sana.
I regret to announce this is the end. I'm going now.
Good night, and good luck.
Was it as good for you as it was for me?
Now give me a kiss and say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you for attending our show, and good night.
Pajama Party, growing sexy, throwing a party. Pajama Party, party crew.